chosen ones. God is warning you about someone with the initial J. Pay attention, my beloved child. Listen closely with your heart wide open, because what you are about to receive is not ordinary guidance but a tender and urgent whisper from my spirit, meant to protect you and draw you closer to my perfect will. There is a reason your eyes are here at this very moment. There is a reason your spirit feels stirred. I am speaking to you with love and clarity because I see what you cannot yet see, and I care too deeply about you to remain silent. Type Amen if you believe. There is someone in your life whose name begins with the letter J, and I am gently warning you to pay attention to the influence this person carries around your destiny. This is not about fear. This is about awareness. I am your father, and I guard the path beneath your feet. I see conversations that seem harmless. I see attitudes that appear small. I see patterns forming quietly in the background of your life. I am drawing your attention so you will not ignore what your spirit has already sensed. You have felt a shift around this person. You have noticed moments of confusion after being near them. Your peace has been slightly unsettled, even if you could not explain why. That feeling is not random. I place discernment inside my chosen ones. I do not want you walking blindly into emotional traps or subtle discouragement that slows down your growth. If this is touching your heart, gently press the like button as a simple act of faith and agreement, because your support helps this reach another soul who needs protection and hope today. My child, I am not asking you to hate. I am not asking you to judge harshly. I am asking you to watch carefully. Some people enter your life for a season of blessing. Others enter to test the strength of your boundaries. The person with the initial J carries struggles within themselves that may spill over into your peace if you are not careful. I see their hidden insecurities. I see their silent envy. I see their confusion about who you are becoming. You are growing. You are changing. You are stepping into a stronger identity in me. Not everyone is comfortable with your growth. Some feel threatened by your light because it reminds them of their own darkness. This does not make them evil, it makes them unhealed. But you must not allow unhealed hearts to guide your steps. I am calling you to protect your time and your emotional energy. Notice how often this person drains your excitement. Notice how they respond when you share good news. Pay attention to subtle sarcasm or discouraging comments wrapped in humor. These are small seeds. If ignored, they grow into heavy vines that wrap around your confidence. Type 1111 if you trust in God. My chosen one, you are not meant to shrink to keep others comfortable. You are not meant to dim your faith to make someone else feel secure. I am raising you into clarity and courage. When I warn you, it is never to create anxiety. It is to build wisdom. I want you strong. I want you stable. I want you surrounded by voices that push you closer to me, not pull you away. This season is sensitive. You are on the edge of breakthrough. I am aligning opportunities. I am strengthening your spirit. I am healing wounds you have carried for years. In times like this, the wrong influence can cause delay. I will not allow you to walk unprotected. That is why I speak clearly now. You may need to create gentle distance. You may need to limit certain conversations. You may need to pray quietly instead of explaining yourself. Not every boundary requires a dramatic announcement. Some boundaries are silent decisions made between you and me. When you choose wisdom, I honor it. Do not feel guilty for protecting your peace. Peace is a gift I placed inside you. Guarding it is an act of obedience. If this person with the initial J truly cares for you, they will adjust when they see you growing stronger. If they resist your growth, That resistance will reveal what words try to hide. Remember who you are. You are chosen. You are covered. You are deeply loved by the Creator of heaven and earth. I see your heart. I know your intentions are pure. I know you desire harmony, but harmony should never cost you your calling. Stay close to me in the coming days. Spend quiet moments in my presence. Let me sharpen your discernment and calm your emotions. When you feel unsure, breathe slowly and remember that I am guiding you step by step. I will never abandon you in confusion. This warning is not the end of something beautiful. It is the protection of something greater. I am shaping your future carefully. I am removing distractions that could weaken your joy. I am strengthening your backbone so you can walk confidently into the promises I prepared for you long ago. Trust my voice over every other voice. If I ask you to step back with peace. If I ask you to speak less with confidence. If I ask you to move forward without them, move forward without fear. I am always ahead of you, clearing the way. My beloved child, I continue to speak because I do not want you walking through this season with half understanding. What I reveal to you is layered with wisdom. The warning about the one whose name begins with J is not only about behavior, it is also about the timing of your growth. You are entering a season where your discernment must become sharper than your emotions. You have always tried to see the best in people. That is part of your gentle heart. I placed compassion inside you for a reason, but compassion must walk alongside wisdom. When compassion stands alone, it can ignore patterns that need attention. I am teaching you how to love without losing yourself. A little-known 7-second morning practice once kept within CIA documents is making its way back into public view, and people are already reporting fast financial shifts. It takes only seconds to complete, yet it stimulates a dormant wealth center in the brain that most people never access. Click the link in the description and comments now to check it out before it's gone. The person with the initial J carries internal battles that they have not surrendered to me. Their fears sometimes turn into control. Their insecurity sometimes turns into subtle competition. You may not see it clearly in every moment, but you feel it afterward, when your spirit becomes slightly heavy. This heaviness is not random. I allow you to sense shifts, so you will not be caught unaware. When you leave a conversation and suddenly question your direction, pause and reflect. When your confidence feels smaller after being around them, take note. I am giving you signals that are gentle but clear. Type 777 if you trust Jesus. My chosen one, you must understand something important. Not everyone who walks beside you is meant to walk with you forever. Some people are present for lessons. Some are present for growth. Some are present to show you what you must never tolerate again. The initial J does not define their entire character, but it marks a specific influence in this season of your life. I am not asking you to confront them in anger. I am asking you to strengthen your inner boundaries. A boundary is not a wall of hatred. It is a line of clarity. When you guard your thoughts, you guard your destiny. When you protect your peace, you protect your calling. There may be moments when this person tries to re-enter deeper spaces of your life. They may appear supportive on the surface. They may speak kindly. But watch their consistency. Watch their reactions when you succeed. Watch how they respond when you choose growth over comfort. Your growth is accelerating. I am opening doors that once felt impossible. I am expanding your understanding. I am increasing your confidence. As you rise, hidden dynamics become visible. What once felt small now feels significant. That is not your imagination. That is spiritual awareness developing inside you. You have prayed for clarity. You have asked me to remove confusion from your relationships. I am answering that prayer. But clarity sometimes arrives in the form of uncomfortable realization. You begin to see patterns you once ignored. You begin to notice tension you once excused. Do not feel guilty for acknowledging what you observe. Truth is not cruelty. Truth is light. When light enters a room, it does not attack darkness. It simply reveals what is there. I am turning on the light for you. The person with J may not fully understand your spiritual depth. They may mock your faith in subtle ways. They may treat your spiritual convictions as extreme or unnecessary. These small comments may seem harmless, but repeated over time, they can weaken your boldness. I do not want your boldness weakened. I am shaping you to stand strong in your identity. I am preparing you for influence that requires courage. You cannot carry my assignment while constantly defending your growth to someone who does not honor it. Type yes to affirm. You may also notice emotional manipulation disguised as concern. They may say they worry about you. They may suggest you are changing too much. They may imply that your boundaries are distance. Listen carefully. Growth often looks like distance to those who remain stagnant. You are not abandoning anyone. You are evolving. When you evolve, some connections shift naturally. That shift does not require drama. It requires maturity. I am teaching you to let certain ties loosen without bitterness. My child, I am also working in their heart. I see their wounds. I see their confusion. I see their struggle with identity. Pray for them quietly. Release them into my hands. But do not carry the responsibility of fixing them. That role belongs to me alone. When you feel tempted to explain yourself repeatedly, pause. When you feel pressured to prove your loyalty, breathe. You do not need to shrink your calling to keep temporary comfort. You do not need to defend the boundaries I asked you to set. The warning is protective, not destructive. I am shielding you from unnecessary delay. Your next season requires focus. Distraction disguised as friendship can be more dangerous than open opposition. At least open opposition is clear. Subtle undermining is quieter and more draining. Pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to your joy. When you guard these carefully, you begin to flourish. When you ignore small drains, exhaustion grows silently. I want you flourishing. I want you strong in spirit and mind. The initial J is part of a bigger lesson about discernment. This is training. You are learning how to evaluate influence. You are learning how to choose wisely. You are learning that love does not require unlimited access. If you must reduce contact, do it calmly. If you must change routines, do it peacefully. If you must step away, do it respectfully. Your silence can be strength. Your restraint can be wisdom. I am building resilience inside you. In the past, you tolerated too much. In the past, you excused too often. In the past, you doubted your instincts. That pattern is ending. You are stepping into clarity. Do not allow guilt to pull you backward. You are not responsible for how others feel about your obedience to me. When you follow my guidance, I handle the consequences. In the coming days, I will confirm what I am saying through small signs. You may overhear a comment that reveals hidden attitude. You may witness behavior that clarifies everything. Do not ignore these confirmations. They are part of my protection. You are chosen. That word carries weight. Being chosen does not mean being isolated. It means being guided with intention. I watch over the details of your relationships because relationships shape direction. Stay steady. Stay gentle. Stay firm. You do not need loud reactions. You need quiet conviction. I am walking with you through this adjustment. I am strengthening your discernment so you can walk confidently into the future I prepared for you. What if wealth was never about luck? but about a hidden brain signal that remained buried in classified files. This powerful frequency is now unlocking doors, drawing in new opportunities, and changing lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to attract prosperity in ways they never thought possible. Click the link in the description and comments now and switch on the money-attracting brainwave today. Trust me in this process. I am not removing joy from your life. I am removing confusion. I am not isolating you. I am aligning you. What feels like distance now will feel like peace later. You are stepping into a time where clarity will separate truth from illusion. There were moments when you felt unsure about your own instincts. You wondered if you were overthinking. You questioned whether your sensitivity was too strong. I am now confirming to you that your discernment is a gift, not a weakness. The presence of this person has at times created subtle tension in your spirit. You may have tried to dismiss it. You may have convinced yourself that it was nothing. But the small voice inside you kept returning. That voice is my gentle guidance. I speak quietly so you will learn to listen closely. When someone repeatedly challenges your peace, even in minor ways, it is not accidental. Peace is sacred. I place it within you as an anchor. If it is disturbed often around one source, pay attention. This is not about suspicion. It is about awareness and wisdom. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. My chosen one, you are evolving into a stronger version of yourself. You are becoming more confident in who I created you to be. This transformation can create discomfort for those who prefer the older version of you. The older version tolerated more. The older version doubted more. The older version was easier to control. Now you are standing taller. You are speaking with more certainty. You are making decisions without seeking constant approval. This shift may feel empowering to you, but to someone who relied on your uncertainty, it may feel threatening. That is where friction begins. I am teaching you not to internalize their reactions. When they appear distant or irritated, do not rush to fix it. When they attempt to pull you back into old patterns, remain calm. Growth requires consistency. If you bend each time someone resists your change, you will remain stuck. There may also be moments when this person seeks emotional dependency. They may lean heavily on you when they feel unstable. Compassion is good, but dependency without accountability is draining. You are not meant to carry another adult's emotional weight while neglecting your own healing. I am strengthening you so you can recognize imbalance. Healthy relationships give and receive. They support and celebrate. They encourage and respect. When support feels one-sided, exhaustion grows quietly. I do not want you exhausted in a season that requires focus. Type 1919 to receive miracles. Your calling is unfolding gradually. Doors are opening that require clarity of mind. New opportunities will demand courage. You cannot enter those spaces carrying hidden emotional burdens. That is why I am pruning certain connections gently. Pruning is not punishment. It is preparation. When a gardener trims a branch, it is not because the branch is evil. It is because growth requires direction. I am trimming influences that hinder your expansion. You may feel moments of sadness as distance increases. That is natural. You invested time and emotion. But sadness does not mean you made the wrong decision. It simply means you valued what once existed. I honor your tenderness. Remember, my child, I am not isolating you. I am repositioning you. New relationships aligned with your growth will enter your life. People who understand your faith will support you without mocking it. People who celebrate your success will not compete with it. The individual with J may attempt to re-establish closeness when they sense distance. They may promise change, they may express understanding. Watch their consistency over time. True change shows in actions more than words. Do not be swayed by temporary emotional displays. Stay grounded in the pattern you observed. I do not want you reacting impulsively. I want you responding wisely. Patience reveals authenticity. You have learned valuable lessons through this connection. You learned how easily you can overextend yourself. You learned how often you minimized your own needs. These lessons are shaping your future boundaries. Forgiveness remains important. Holding resentment will only cloud your clarity. Release bitterness quickly. Speak peace over their life privately. But forgiveness does not require restoring access to your inner world. You are allowed to evolve beyond environments that no longer nurture your growth. You are allowed to change your rhythm. You are allowed to say no without explanation. These freedoms are part of maturity. In this season, you will notice an increase in spiritual sensitivity. Dreams may become clearer. Intuition may become sharper. Pay attention to these signals. I am heightening your awareness for protection. You may also observe moments where the person with J reveals insecurity through comparison. They may bring up your achievements in a dismissive tone. They may downplay your progress. Do not shrink to make them comfortable. Stand gently but firmly in who you are becoming. I am proud of your courage. Even when you feel uncertain, you continue moving forward. Even when doubt whispers, you choose faith. That faith is guiding you through this transition. There will come a moment when you look back and realize how necessary this warning was. You will see how close you were to entanglement. You will understand how subtle influence could have redirected your focus. I intervened because your destiny matters. Trust that I am orchestrating alignment. If a connection fades, it fades for a reason. If communication decreases, it decreases with purpose. Not every departure is a loss. Some departures are divine adjustments. Stay centered in my love. Spend time reflecting quietly. Strengthen your inner voice by listening to mine daily. When you feel uncertain, choose peace over pressure. You are not walking this alone. I am guarding your steps. I am refining your discernment. I am aligning you with people who will uplift rather than undermine. Within your mind is a small region linked to success and wealth, once concealed in restricted research and classified files. This newly revealed frequency is helping people trade financial stress for calm and stability, and God has led you to see this at the perfect moment. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. You are no longer the person who ignores red flags. You are no longer the person who silences your intuition just to keep peace. I have been rebuilding your inner confidence piece by piece. This process required exposure to certain behaviors so that you could clearly see what no longer belongs in your life. The individual with J may not even realize how their words have affected you. Sometimes they speak from their own insecurity without awareness. Yet unawareness does not remove impact. When comments consistently leave you unsettled, that pattern matters. When you begin doubting your decisions after sharing them, that influence matters. I want you to examine how you feel after interactions. Do you feel lighter, or do you feel drained? Do you feel encouraged, or do you feel subtly criticized? These internal responses are guidance. I designed your spirit to sense harmony and disruption. Type 1010 if you agree. There may have been moments when this person questioned your choices indirectly. They may have implied that you are changing too fast. They may have reminded you of who you used to be, as if your past should define your present. but growth requires leaving behind outdated versions of yourself. You are becoming more disciplined. You are becoming more spiritually aware. You are choosing environments that nurture peace. This shift can expose insecurity in others. If someone benefited from your previous uncertainty, your stability may feel like distance to them. Do not misinterpret their discomfort as your wrongdoing. You are not responsible for managing how others feel about your obedience to me. When I elevate your awareness, it will naturally create separation from patterns that once felt normal. I also want you to recognize that influence is not always loud. It can be subtle suggestion. It can be a tone of doubt when you share excitement. It can be a change of subject when you speak about faith. These small reactions accumulate over time. You deserve connections that multiply your joy. You deserve conversations that leave you energized. I am not asking you to judge harshly. I am asking you to be honest about patterns. Type Amen if you believe. In this season, I am refining your circle. Refinement often feels like reduction at first. Fewer conversations, fewer shared details, less emotional availability. But this is not loneliness. It is strategic focus. The person with J may attempt to draw you back into old dynamics through nostalgia. They may remind you of shared memories. They may appeal to past closeness. Nostalgia can blur clarity if you allow it. Remember that growth changes relationships. You are not abandoning anyone by evolving. You are honoring the path I set before you. The future I prepared requires confidence and discernment. It requires emotional boundaries that protect your peace. If this individual truly values you, they will respect your growth. They will adjust when you establish limits. They will celebrate your success without subtle competition. If they resist these changes, that resistance will confirm the warning I have given you. This is also a lesson about your voice. In the past, you hesitated to speak up when something felt off. You minimized your discomfort to avoid conflict. That season is ending. I am teaching you to express boundaries calmly and clearly. You do not need dramatic confrontation. A simple reduction of access can shift dynamics. Less explanation, less justification, more quiet confidence. Silence can communicate strength when guided by wisdom. There may be moments when you feel tempted to overextend again. Familiar patterns can feel comfortable, but comfort is not always alignment. When you sense yourself slipping into old roles, pause and reconnect with me. I am not asking you to cut off compassion. I am asking you to balance compassion with discernment. Pray for this person. Wish them well. But do not sacrifice your clarity to maintain closeness. You will soon notice that as you create space, your mind becomes clearer, your decisions become firmer, your energy becomes lighter. That lightness is confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. I am protecting you from subtle discouragement that could have slowed your progress. Your next level requires unwavering belief in who you are becoming. Doubt planted by others can quietly delay destiny. This warning is not about fear of betrayal. It is about safeguarding momentum. You are gaining spiritual strength. You are becoming more aligned with my voice. That alignment will attract new relationships built on mutual respect and shared values. Stay patient during this transition. Not every shift produces immediate relief. Some adjustments feel uncertain before they feel peaceful. Trust the process. Continue nurturing your inner world. Spend time reflecting. Strengthen your habits. Surround yourself with voices that affirm growth. The environment you choose now will shape your confidence later. You are stepping into maturity. Maturity requires choosing long-term peace over short-term comfort. It requires trusting guidance even when emotions feel mixed. Remember, I am walking with you through every adjustment. I see the courage it takes to shift relationships. I see the restraint you practice. I see the quiet strength growing inside you. In time, you will look back and recognize this season as a turning point. The warning about Jay was not meant to create anxiety. It was meant to sharpen your awareness and protect your future. Continue forward with calm assurance. Do not rush decisions. Do not act from emotion. Act from clarity. I am shaping you into someone who chooses wisely. There was hesitation. You wondered if you were imagining things. Now you are beginning to see clearly. The fog is lifting because you chose to listen instead of dismiss what your spirit felt. The situation surrounding the one whose name begins with J is revealing a deeper truth about your growth. You are no longer available for relationships that quietly compete with your calling. You are no longer comfortable in spaces where your faith must be minimized to keep others at ease. This shift is not pride, it is alignment. There were moments in the past when you felt responsible for maintaining harmony at any cost. You smoothed over tension. You apologized for things that were not your fault. You absorbed emotional weight that did not belong to you. That pattern created exhaustion inside you. I am ending that exhaustion. A 7-second brainwave method, once limited to elite circles and tucked away in classified files, is now accessible to the public, and many refer to it as the 30-second miracle. Researchers say it stimulates a dormant brain center tied to prosperity and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it's removed again from the internet. The individual with J may sense that something has changed in you.